if Jack Cohn had not enrolled early and had the benefit of a spring practice, that he would be as advanced as he is at this point to earn your trust to be the number 2 guy?
Yeah, I think it definitely helped him. You know, I think it's hard to pick that all up in just fall camp, and there's been great competition. I've been excited the way like Correa's improved. You know, it's been a good competition there, so it definitely helped him.
What specifically stood out about Jack's performance this fall that gave you the confidence?
You know, it's kind of back and forth, you know, and sometimes it's not what you have the ability to do, it's just not making the critical mistake. You know, you got the ball in your hands, and I think both guys are still learning and still pushing each other, and I think that's key. I think we need that at every position.
What's impressed you most about Jonathan Taylor to the point where he's in the mix of running back on this?
Yeah, he stood out. You know, we've had opportunities to scrimmage. We've had opportunities. You know, when he's got thrown in there, he's made plays, and so we're going to give him the opportunity to make more plays. I'm excited about the running back position, and he's going to add to it.
Is there a turning point in camp? What you just said.
You know, we had a scrimmage one night, and he made a couple plays, and it really kind of stood out, and it was like, oh, this. And so I think he earned a lot of respect coming out of that, and then he's continued to do it since.
What do you see of the big play capability of this offense? Will it be better?
I hope so. You know, I do. I think that comes down to their play. You know, and it comes down to guys in critical situations and making the play. So I think it's fun. I think it's definitely the capability of doing it. So I'm excited to see him doing it.
Joe, Jack ran a pretty spread-heavy offense in high school. How impressed are you with just his ability to quickly pick things up from taking snaps under center, going through his reads, and approaching an offense that way?
That was probably one of the biggest things, you know. That's why if he wasn't here in the fall, I think it'd have been, or in the spring, I think it'd have been really difficult. He is doing a lot different, being under center and learning it all. You know what? I think we saw it in him, the type of approach he'd have, and the worker that he is, and believed in that along with the talent that he had, and you know, both are showing up.
Joe, I know preseason honors are pretty much the same as preseason rankings. They don't mean anything, but Benchwall was recognized on a preseason All-American list, and I'm just curious where you see him today versus when you first made that move to guard.
Yeah, I see tremendous growth in all those guys, you know, from where they were. And I think, you know, I talked about going in the last year, one of the biggest hurdles we would have is the fact that nobody really had to fight or win a job, and knowing what that was to value reps. And I think they have that now. I think they understand how important their job is on every play. And I think that's what needs to take over them, along with another year of getting stronger and better communication. And so, you know, I'm excited for the group, but they got to do it each play.
But for him individually, is he a better player today than a year ago at this time?
I believe so. Yeah.
In what ways?
I believe he plays smarter, plays stronger. He's got certain tools that he's gifted with, and he's got to play to those strengths. And I think he's better knows himself in that respect.
Joe, what do you see from Alex compared basically to the end of last year to now going into this season?
The thing that's probably hit me most in he can make throws. Like, he can make the throws. The thing that's impressed me the most is his pocket presence and awareness has really developed. He looks at things with more mature eyes, and that's exciting, because I think that'll give him a lot more confidence as during a game and throughout the season.
Is that something you anticipated needed to come and would come simply because of the experience he got last year, the presence?
Yeah, we believed it would come, but he worked. I mean, he really worked to make those things happen, and you know, he's not afraid to make a mistake and learn from it, and he's had a lot of growth just for as much as he knew. And then you get thrown into the fire during camp, and it's great going against RD and seeing different looks and getting pressures, and he's had to react to a lot of that throughout camp. So I like where he is right now.
Are Micah and John different, and how will that competition kind of ultimately grow that left guard position?
I think there's great competition. I like the competition in the offensive line in general. You know, guys are fighting to be the fifth O lineman. Guys are fighting at the guard position. You know, I think guys know the best guys will play regardless of anything. And I like what Mike has done. He's been in the best shape since he's been here. you know, and I think by keeping his weight down, I think he's able to play a little bit more consistently, which pumps me up. I'm excited for him. And Dietz was really having a good camp, and then he's had a little bit, got nicked here and there, and he's got some learning to catch up with, and he's got to still get healthy a little bit. So we'll see. But I see that guard position being constantly pressure from one another to get it done.
So Troy's got a couple preseason All-American honors this preseason. But what do you think he's capable of this year, and what do you think his ceiling is this here?
I think when Troy just lets it loose and plays at his best, I think he's has a chance to be an outstanding player. I think he plays that way. I think that's huge for him, you know. And I think as you grow, it's that consistency of who you're going to be each play, and you see it as he's grown through camp here. You saw it as he got through the end of the season last year. So I'm excited for that, regardless of what the assignment is. The guy's going to be at his best, and if he does that, which I'm confident, I'm excited to see that. He's an outstanding player.
Were there moments this fall with Danny Davis that stood out in the same way that they did with Jonathan, where he's going to help us?
Yeah, much the same, you know, and guys know, like, oh, you guys make a play, like the rest of the team, they're the first ones to recognize stuff, and those guys have done that. They've brought a spark, they've made plays in situations that stood out, and I think they both have a maturity and a desire to absorb the information. It's not like you're just running out making plays in one-on-one, but you're making smart plays during team, you're making the adjustments, you're running the right route, the right track, like you're doing everything right to get it done. And so seeing their growth along with their playmaking ability has kind of put them in the position.
Do you worry about the inexperience of wide receiver, or do you think there's just enough talent there where it won't really matter?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm excited about Jazz being there and leading. I'm excited that Q played a lot of football last year and coming back with different eyes from having done it, and AJ being just the same. So I start with those three, and I got, you know, I think as you come back for a second year, you do know what it takes to get yourself ready, and I think you had a different mindset about it. So, yep, Danny's going to be pretty young, you know, especially with a couple guys nicked up, and hopefully we get back to healthy pretty soon.